Can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Thank you. Okay, no worries. So we'll start with Canto 2, Chapter 6. Canto 2 is the Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 6, Puruṣa-sūkta confirmed. And today we're going to discuss verse number 19. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Canto 2, the Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 6, Puruṣa-sūkta confirmed, verse number 19. Padeshu sarva bhutani pumsah sthiti pado viduhu amritam kshemam abhayam trimurdhano dhai murdashu. Padeshu sarva bhutani pumsah sthiti pado viduhu amritam kshemam abhayam trimurdhano dhai murdashu. Padeshu sarva bhutani pumsah sthiti pado viduhu amritam kshemam abhayam trimurdhano dhai murdashu. Synonym, translation, and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a very beautiful verse, very amazing purport, and it's actually very exciting to even read and discuss this verse and purport. This is beautiful. So word to word, Padeshu in the 1/4, Sarva, all Bhutani, living entities, Pumshaha, of the Supreme Person, Sthiti Padaha, the reservoir of all material opulence, Viduhu, you should know, Amritam, deathlessness, Kshemam, all happiness, free from the anxiety of old age, diseases, etc. Abhayam, fearlessness, Trimurdhana, beyond the 3 higher planetary systems, Adhai, exist, Murdashu, beyond the material coverings. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is to be known as the supreme reservoir of all material opulences by the 1/4 of His energy in which all the living entities exist. Deathlessness, fearlessness, and freedom from the anxieties of old age and disease exist in the kingdom of God, which is beyond the 3 higher planetary systems and beyond the material coverings. Purport. Out of the total manifestations of the Sandhini energy of the Lord, 1/4 is displayed in the material world, and 3/4 are displayed in the spiritual world. The Lord's energy is divided into 3 component parts, namely Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini. In other words, He is the full manifestation of existence, knowledge, and bliss. In the material world, such a sense of existence, knowledge, and pleasure is meagerly exhibited. Please note this very carefully. In the material world, such a sense of existence, knowledge, and pleasure is meagerly exhibited, and all living entities who are minute parts and parcels of the Lord are eligible to relish such consciousness of existence, knowledge, and bliss very minutely in the liberated stage, whereas in the conditioned stage of material existence, they can hardly appreciate what is the factual, existential, cognizable, and pure happiness of life. So please read this translation purport again. It's very, very amazing how Prabhupada so expertly, so, like dexterously describes our position here. I'll actually repeat this sentence here. In the material world, such a sense of existence, knowledge, and pleasure is meagerly exhibited, and all living entities who are minute parts and parcels of the Lord are eligible to relish such consciousness of existence, knowledge, and bliss very minutely in the liberated stage, whereas in the conditioned stage of material existence, they can hardly appreciate what is the factual, existential, cognizable, and pure happiness of life. The liberated souls who exist in far greater numerical strength than those souls in the material world can factually experience the potency of the above-mentioned Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini energies of the Lord in the matter of deathlessness, fearlessness, and freedom from old age and disease. In the material world, the planetary systems are arranged in three spheres called Triloka, or Swarga, Martya, and Patala, and all of them constitute only 1/4 of the total Sandhini energy. Beyond that is the spiritual sky, where the Vaikuntha planets exist beyond the coverings of 7 material strata. In none of the Triloka planetary systems can one experience the status of immortality, full knowledge, and full bliss. The upper 3 planetary systems are called Sattvika planets because they provide facilities for a longer duration of life and relative freedom from disease and old age, as well as a sense of fearlessness. The great sages and saints are promoted beyond the heavenly planets to Maharloka. That also is not the place of complete fearlessness, because at the end of one kalpa in the Maharloka, at the end of one kalpa, the Maharloka is annihilated, and the inhabitants have to transport themselves to still higher planets. Yet even on these planets, no one is immune to death. There may be a comparative extension of life, expansion of knowledge, and sense of full bliss, but factual deathlessness, fearlessness, and freedom from old age, diseases, etc., are possible only beyond the material spheres of the coverings of the material sky. Such things are situated on the head, Adhai Murdhashu. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhaktivedanta purports ki jai. It's not possible to cover this purport from, every angle. There's so much to speak. But, and of course, obviously, whichever angle you speak within this limited sphere of time, many, many other angles would be left. And that is the unfortunate part of the timing of the world we live in. We cannot just leave everything and just relish Krishna Katha as we would like to be. But, somehow or the other, we have to respect everyone's time. So we'll try to, discuss the glorification of this purport as much as we can. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. So for some of us who are not very familiar with these terms, I'll spend a little time in explaining these terms: Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini. So as Prabhupada has explained, that Krishna's energies, he's got so many Shaktis. Can someone unmute and tell me which is the highest Shakti of Krishna? Which is the highest Shakti of Krishna? So many Shaktis he's got, unlimited. And of course, they're divided into 3 parts: Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini. But which is the highest Shakti of Krishna? Can someone?
Hladini Shakti, Prabhuji.
Hladini Shakti, okay. Someone else? You're correct, Mataji, yes. But there is one Shakti which is beyond these 3 also. I mean, it can be part of these 3, but this beyond these 3 also.
Kripa Shakti, Prabhu.
100% Kripa Shakti, the Bhakta Vatsala Shakti. So this is what Krishna's energy is, the Bhakta Vatsala Shakti. And that's why we are here. Actually, that's why we are here. Because of the Kripa Shakti, because of the Bhakta Vatsala Shakti, Krishna does whatever he does. The Shastras do whatever they do. The devotees do whatever they do. And that's why we are all here. So now, just think how amazing is our Krishna. Look at his energies, like he's by Sandhini Shakti, we can know him, he's like present everywhere. By Samvit Shakti, Krishna is aware, like he's, what's the word in English? Omniscient, omnipotent, omniscient. So he knows everything. He's cognizant of the entire creation. We know Krishna is cognizant of the, from every breath of Mahavishnu, millions of universes come out. And even Mahavishnu is like a little portion of Krishna. So how amazing is our Krishna? That he is cognizant of the entire creation as well as the smallest desire of each and every living entity. As Super Soul, he is with us all the time, and he's aware of each and every desire of every living entity. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. So Sandhini Shakti means the Shakti of eternity, his existence, his existence. So we can see that Krishna, from the 7th to 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says, and as we've been discussing last couple of days, that you can see Krishna in many places. He's the sun and the moon. He's the taste of water. He's among the bodies of water. He's the ocean. He's the mantra Om. He's among the yagya. He's the japa yagya. So you can see Krishna, all the functionalities which we have discussed before. The house is there because the functions of all the components, are given by Krishna. So this is Sandhini Shakti, which is the existential Shakti of Krishna. So, Krishna is there and he exists everywhere. He is all pervading. So that's the one component part, as Prabhupada says here. The second one is Samvit. So if you're writing down notes, you can write these down. Samvit Shakti is the knowledge, the Sat Chitta, the knowledge aspect. Sat is the eternity, the Chit is the knowledge or existence, cognizance, and blissfulness. So Samvit Shakti means knowledge, the cognizance aspect of Krishna's energy. And as we discussed, that Krishna is aware, completely aware all the time of the entire creation, the timing, when this universe gets annihilated, when this universe gets created, he's aware of everything. And forget the entirety of the universe. He knows of the desires of each and every living entity. He's cognizant. Some person in some part of the little world, they want to eat ice cream, and Super Soul says, okay, if you're a devotee, offer the ice cream to Krishna, and then you can honor it. So Krishna is aware of the desire of each and every living entity. And we will actually focus a little bit on this desire of ours and how Super Soul helps us in the latter part of the class. With folded hands, I want to request one thing, that if we can extend a little beyond 7 o'clock, please excuse me, because this is a very amazing purport, amazing verse, and we can see how Krishna is trying to help us through so many ways. Krishna, you can see that, Prabhupada says in the second paragraph here that, and also in the previous verses, he says that we have to go beyond these three worlds. In these three worlds, fearlessness, deathlessness, freedom from anxiety of birth, death, old age, and is not there. It's not absolute. It's there a little bit, but to the extent that we surrender to the Lord. So what Krishna does, that because he's very eager, very anxious to have us back with him, he's actually holding our hand. Each one of us, he's holding our hands through the Guru Parampara, through the Shastra, through the devotees who are intervening in our lives, who are guiding us. And we'll also, discuss that a little bit in the detail. But let's discuss, the difference between, our existence and what Krishna and what the spiritual world is. So we know that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is by nature very, very joyful. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna is described as Turya. If you want to write this down, Turya, Turya. Turya literally means fourth dimension. We are existing here within the three dimensions. There's length, breadth, and width, or length, width, and height. There's some three dimensions. So we are existing between the three modes of material nature, the three Purusha incarnations, the three states of consciousness, of deep sleep, of wakefulness, of dreaming stage. We are in the three platforms, the mental, the physical, and the intellectual. We are in the three worlds, as Prabhupada describes here, Swarga, Martya, and Patala. But Krishna is the Lord of these three planetary systems. He's Tribhuvanatha. He's the Lord of the three worlds, right? we are stuck in these three dimensions. Krishna says, why are we stuck here? Because Krishna says, even though you are my part and parcel, but because you want to exploit this nature, because you want to enjoy this nature, he says, Mamai vansho jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana, that you are my part and parcel. But why you are here? Mamai vansho jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana, mana prakriyani indriyani, prakriti sthani karshati. Prakriti sthani karshati. Karshati means is a very, like, Karshati is a very, even the word sounds very harsh. So Karshati means struggle for existence. So we have actually, by our own desire, by our own little free will, that choice of the power of that little choice we had, we have situated ourselves within this material conception of Shoka, Moha, and Bhaya, of how Rajdeepika Mataji explained yesterday, that, if you don't have something, we are Shoka. If we have something, there's Moha and then Bhaya of losing that item. But then if you understand that there is no solution for us to get out, within these three dimensions. If you want to get out of this struggle of material existence, we have to connect with Turiya, the fourth dimension. We cannot solve the problems of this world. This is what Albert Einstein said, that we cannot solve the problem of this world with the mentality which created these problems. So we have created our existence in this material world because of the desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. Yes, we were very happily with Krishna serving, but then we had this desire. And Prabhupada said that, don't worry about when this desire happened. Just worry about, okay, the desire happened. It was time immemorial. You are here now. Now think of what you're going to do. So we cannot solve the problems of this world, as Einstein says, with the mentality which created these problems. So we have to go beyond these three dimensions. Krishna also tells Arjuna, Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Arjuna, the Vedas also describe you the way to get out of, Traigunya. So the Vedas describe the three modes of material nature. But Arjun, you have to go beyond Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna, that you have to go beyond these three gunas. Bhagavatam starts, the first verse of Bhagavatam says that yes, the illusion is so strong. The illusion is so strong that we think that the world we live in is actually amazing. It's permanent, factual. We can really enjoy this nature. But Bhagavatam, the first verse, it says, Tejo vari mridam yatha vinimayo yatra tri sargo amrisha. Amrisha means, Prabhupada translates, almost factual. It's almost factual. It's not factual. But it looks as it's almost factual. But then what is the first verse telling us? Dhamna swena sada nirastakokam satyam param dhimahi. It means we are supposed to go beyond this almost factual. Prabhupada says that, yes, everything is there. I can see the table there. I can see, the picture frames there. I can see the lights there. It's there. We cannot say it's not there. But Prabhupada harps on the point that this is temporary. And that's why he says it's not factual, it is almost factual. So when we understand that we are in this world, Bhagavatam starts with the description that you are in this world which is temporary, which can put anyone in illusion, and the illusion is very, very strong. What do you do? Satyam param dhimahi. And as Prabhupada says here, that even the liberated souls here, right? Liberated souls here, what does Prabhupada say here? That Krishna is full manifestation of existence, knowledge, and bliss. He's completely Satchitananda. But he says, in the material world, even the liberated souls can only taste a little bit of this. They're eligible to relish such consciousness of existence, knowledge, and bliss very minutely in the liberated stage. So imagine this. There is a whole world of eternity, knowledge, and bliss existing there. But we are stuck here because of our desires to enjoy separately from Krishna. Now, if we understand the Sandhini aspect of Krishna, the Samvit aspect of Krishna, the Hladini aspect of Krishna, we will be actually deathless, fearless, and will be having freedom from old age and disease. Prabhupada continues, he says, in the conditioned stage of material existence, I'm talking about myself, very, very conditioned soul, very, very attached. So in the conditioned stage of material existence, they can hardly appreciate the factual, existential, cognizable, and pure happiness of life. Now, these 5 or 6 words, my dear devotees, just focus on them. That if we really want to enjoy, which the soul always desires to enjoy, the factual, existential. Factual means it is there and permanent. Existential means we understand, yes, this is not the place to enjoy. The place to enjoy is the spiritual world. I want to exist in the spiritual world. Cognizable means I am aware of my position as the servant of the Lord. So Krishna is the Supreme Person. Can I associate with devotees and serve the Lord, and then thereby progress in my spiritual life? And then somehow or the other, with Krishna's mercy, with the devotee's mercy, I can come to that stage where I can even relish a little bit of this happiness, so that it gives me impetus to progress further. Now, Prabhupada also says that yes, the liberated souls are 3/4 in 3 times the number of the conditioned souls here, and they are actually factually experiencing the potency of these 3 Shaktis. Yes, because in the spiritual world, everyone is deathless, everyone is fearless, and everyone is free from old age and disease. Now, if we understand our situation, I was doing some research, and 12th canto, 12th canto Bhagavatam, 10th canto describes the ashraya, the ultimate samam bonam, and then 11th canto and the 12th canto is titled, where we live in, is called the age of deterioration. The age of deterioration, excuse me. In the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse itself, the Shukdeva Goswami is speaking, Tataschanu dinam dharma satyam shaucham kshamadaya kalena balina rajan nangshati ayur balam smritihi. Shukdeva Goswami is describing our position here. We have, of course, heard in the 1st canto itself, Prayana alpayusha sabhyo kalo yuge manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya upadrutaha. So, we are manda. Manda means, the brain substance is low. Sumanda, we are unlucky. We are always disturbed. These are the qualities which we have in the Kali Yuga. In this chapter again, at the end of the Bhagavatam, Shukdeva Goswami again is giving our existence, the situation we are in, our existence from a slightly different angle. So he's speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, and he says that Tataschanu dinam dharma, that day after day, tata means that, day after day, what's going to happen? Dharma, satyam, shaucham. Shaucham means cleanliness. Kshama, tolerance. Daya, mercy. Kalena balina rajan, right? By the strong force of time, O my dear king, nangshati ayur balam smriti. It will become ruined, the duration of life, our strength and memory. So all these good qualities which are there are going to be finished. Slowly, day by day, they're going to be ruined. So day by day, if we know that these qualities are going to be ruined, we already have a manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya upadruta. We are, lazy. We are misguided. We are always disturbed. We are unintelligent. We are having these qualities, and then these qualities, again, whatever we have, are going to be ruined day by day. Then why do we want to be here? Prabhupada, a couple of times, actually, he mentioned, in different circumstances, that, Prabhupada said, I did not want to come to this miserable, horrible, nasty place. And then the devotees thought, no, Prabhupada, this is a nice place to be in. Prabhupada said, no, what I mean is material world, to this horrible material world. Bhavananda Prabhu says that, Prabhupada was in Los Angeles, and, Bhavananda Prabhu went to meet him, and Prabhupada, very sweet exchange was happening, and Prabhupada says, I did not want to come, to this horrible place. And then Prabhupada says that, but Krishna said to me that you go down and write those books. Prabhupada said, no, I don't want to go there. It's a horrible place. But Krishna said, no, you come down, write those books. I will take care of everything. Prabhupada still said, no, I don't want to go there. But Krishna insisted, you come down and write those books and I will take care of everything. And Prabhupada says, just see how Krishna has taken care of everything for me. And then he very, very sweetly, he compares himself with the Goswamis. He says, Goswamis sleep under a tree, different tree every night. They had their tree, I have my own temples, I have my own palaces. Says, Goswamis used to sleep under a different tree every night. I sleep in different temples every night. Goswamis had their light, I have my light. They were translating their books, I'm translating their books. So this way, Prabhupada actually revealed that he did not want to come to this horrible place. Even Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, both his eyes were, the vision he was losing. And one of his very senior disciples suggested to him that, Gurudev, in Kolkata, there's a nice eye surgeon. We go there and, somehow we, get you treated. And Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, he shook his head and he told very emphatically about Calcutta. Calcutta is a big city, right? He said, I do not want to go to that horrible, miserable place because it's a city full of modes of passion and ignorance. Now we are here. What does Krishna do? Krishna, he actually is holding our hands. Krishna is holding our hands in which way? Two ways. As super soul, he is guiding us, and externally through the medium of spiritual master and devotees, is guiding us also. Krishna is very eager for us to go back to him. He's holding our hands through the Guru Parampara, through the Shastra, through the devotees who are entering in our lives, who are intervening in our lives, who are guiding us. So now Krishna is on our side. And so the devotees, the spiritual master also are on our sides. Devamrita Maharaj, His Holiness Devamrita Maharaj is in his book, Bhakti Bhava. It's a very beautiful book, actually. It describes the emotions that devotees go through and the challenges which devotees go through when they come into Krishna consciousness, start chanting enthusiastically. Then after some time, settles in. And then, when the progress is not there, the taste doesn't come, then slowly the effects of Maya starts to act. And then the downward path also is very easily covering us, but we don't realize that. So this book actually gives us the way of how to maintain our enthusiasm in spiritual life. Uddhava, he actually quotes Uddhava in his book. Uddhava, he says that, oh my Lord, you you do so much for us that we cannot fully express our indebtedness to you. Now hear me out. Krishna does so much to us that even in one lifetime of Brahma, now lifetime of Brahma means 311 trillion years. Even for a lifetime of Brahma, we express our gratitude. Still, we cannot do this. Why? Because Krishna is guiding us all the time, is with us all the time. So then, Uddhava is saying that, yes, Krishna, you do so much for us. You are so much assertive that even when we don't want to come back to you, you are still, using unlimited assertiveness from your side in your efforts to reclaim us. So this is what Krishna does. How much are we indebted to Krishna for his constant campaign of love? He wants us to be back with him. Now, as we see, Tesham evanukam partham aham ajnanatam jam tamaha nasyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. So Krishna in the Chatushloki, he says that, yes, as the super soul, I give you the guiding light. I give you the torch of transcendental knowledge. So Krishna, he's not lazy within our hearts. He's actually very proactive as super soul. He's very proactive. The moment we have desire, he will immediately do something to make sure that we are in the right situation. So from within, he is acting as a super soul, and from without, he sends his devotee guides to appeal to us, to guide us, to mentor us. Now, sometimes what we think is when we are, going ahead in our train of Maya, Devamrita Swami very beautifully he compares this as that when someone is trying to flag down a luxury train, luxury train, it's speeding unknowingly towards a collapsed bridge. A luxury train, you've seen the movie Sherlock Holmes. What's it called? The Continental Express. Some movie it was Oriental Express. Yes, the Oriental Express. There's a movie featured Sherlock Holmes, Oriental Express. It's a luxury train, old-time luxury train, going, and they get stuck in the middle of the snow. So this is like us. We are in a luxury train. Everything is nice around us materially, but we are unknowingly speeding towards a collapsed bridge. And someone like a devotee is trying to wave us, flag us down. Okay, please hold on. And what we are saying, hey, what's this guy outside waving so frantically about? Why are you doing this? We are having a good time here. Why are you doing this? But this is what the devotees do. This is what the super soul does. When we are practicing our spiritual life also, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, this is where the super soul comes into picture. So many thoughts come to our mind, right? So many memories flash. It's almost like the devotees describe that a horror movie without the director's cut. It is just, like just going from here to there to there. It's like a horror movie, all the memories which are flashing in our minds. Now, Prabhupada gives a very extraordinary explanation to this. He's saying that when we are going through these thoughts, Super Soul is actually giving us a choice. The Super Soul is reminding us that you have actually done these things in the past. Now you have to decide, you have to use the power of your choice. Do you want that again, or you want me? Do you want to hear the holy name, or do you want the degradations you did in the past? So Krishna is giving us this choice that, okay, you go through these memory lanes, you go through these, horrible things which you've done in the past, or you want to come to me by hearing attentively the holy name. And this is the part of Krishna's love. And because Krishna is a supreme lover, he has the best talk for us of everything what he does. We see when we have the desire, Krishna, he chooses the best methods for us for getting us to choose him again and again and again. Like this evening, we have got Festival of Holi. So many festivals are happening. If you just come there, we can be Krishna conscious. So Krishna arranges these things by way of devotees, by way of a super soul, by way of, just we have to desire, right? That I want to go there. And Krishna will make sure that, arrangements are made that we can remember Krishna. We go to Vrindavan. Arrangements are made, everywhere is written, Sri Radha, Sri Radha, Jai Radhe. People speak like that. So this is what he does. Now, when we are chanting, when we are in the association of devotees, when we are doing a puja, we have to make sure that we are also putting in our conscious efforts. We don't have to wait for the wheel of time to work its slow changes. No. We have to also put in this effort. When we are in difficulty, we cannot somehow accuse Krishna of being cruel and insensitive. No. Sometimes even, for us, even when everything is going nice, from next week, from not tomorrow, from next Sunday, we're going to start, the Mangal Aarti, and I request with folded hands, everyone to attend the morning program at least once in a month. If you can come every week, it's great, but otherwise at least come once in a month. Now, you might think, like, Arey baap re baap, 3 o'clock rising, getting ready, getting in the car, going for Mangal Aarti. Why does Krishna have to give this difficult process of bhakti yoga? Why exactly this, this exalted but impossible practice of bhakti yoga? Why? Then the mind will give an example. Actually, Devata Swami gives an example. He says the The devotee thinks as moths fly into a fire, so many aspiring devotees seek the brilliance of bhakti yoga, but we fail. How pathetic, how pathetic. Do you think Krishna is a sadist? No. Sometimes, we think, why has Krishna to give such a difficult process? But Krishna is not like that. No. Krishna actually says very beautifully, and I'll end my class like this. He says, compassion motivates me within your heart. Now, hear very carefully, please. I know it's the end of the class. You all are tired of hearing my voice, but please hear me very carefully. Krishna says this, compassion motivates me within your heart to make incremental transformations for you. So even if we make slow progress, Krishna is saying he is also helping us to make these incremental transformations for you. And then he says, my sincere, steadfast devotee. If we are sincere, if we are steadfast, if we understand that I don't want to be in this material world, in this three-dimensional material world, I don't want to be caught, trapped in this three-dimensional material world. I want to experience that Turiya, the fourth dimension, where there's no fear, there's no death, there's no old age and disease. Please understand that Krishna is helping us from within and without to make these incremental transformations. Bhakti yoga is the process of constantly making the right choice to please the Lord in the heart. And then the Lord in the heart makes the transformation, and that is the secret. That is the secret. The Lord is making the changes. The Lord is creating the situations. We have to make this gradual progress, these incremental transformations, the right choices to please the Lord in the heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Granth Raj, Srīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments and reflections? Anything which I've said wrong, please correct me also.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just wanted to mention something in the purport where it said that our level of consciousness, even in the liberated stage, is quite minute. So my understanding was that once we're liberated, once we're in Vaikuntha, that we have full knowledge of everything. So I just wanted some clarification on that, please.
Even like nothing is black and white. In Bhakti Yoga, the process is, matter of gradations, right? So even liberated means, yes, you can say that right now we are all liberated because here in Krishna Katha with our rapt attention. So we are liberated. So we are, experiencing a very minute taste of this happiness, this existence, this knowledge. But when we come to the stage of, say, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Prabhupada, those devotees, then, even though staying in this material world, you can experience this completely. So even the liberation is of various levels. And as we see, that even in the stages of bhakti, there are 9 stages, and the last 2 are bhava and prem. But even there, in the bhava stage, there are 8 stages. Within the bhava stage, there are 8 stages. So you can understand that even in the liberated stage, there are gradations where in the beginning of the liberated stage, you will understand a little bit, all of us, you can say a little liberation is there, and we can experience a little bit of cognizance, little knowledge, little bliss is there. But when we, progress more and more and more, then, we can taste more and more and more. What happens is that when we are not devotees, Prabhupada gives an example, the analogy of how people try to taste honey by licking the bottle. No, you have to put in effort. You have to open the jar, put your finger in and taste it. So Bhakti Yoga process is opening the jar, putting your finger in and tasting it. And then once you taste a little bit of honey, you want to have more and more and more. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, it does. So it's just not uniform. It's just not, once we're liberated, we all have full knowledge, bliss, eternity. It's to varying degrees. It's unique for each living entity.
Yes, the degree is there. Of course, at the prema stage, when you are in the spiritual world, one interesting thing, Prabhupada, one devotee asked Prabhupada, because the devotees were saying that like in the spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan, the trees are serving Krishna, the fruits are serving Krishna, the cows are serving Krishna, the clouds are serving Krishna, the parents of Krishna are serving Krishna, the gopis and the gopas are serving Krishna, Srimati Radharani is serving Krishna. So are their levels of service the same or different? So one devotee asked Prabhupada this question, and Prabhupada very emphatically said, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. And then Prabhupada explained that at this level of your understanding, the spiritual world, everything is same, everyone is same. But when you progress in spiritual life, and when a living entity goes there, then they can understand that yes, there is differences there also. But again, those differences are, because everyone is doing everything just to please Krishna. Even that difference, in a way, is not there. One time, my spiritual master, he asked a question to Prabhupada that, when will we know, what is our swarup in the spiritual world? And Prabhupada said, this is not the time for you to understand now. When the time comes, you will know yourself. So it's a question of timing, our progress, our purification, and then Krishna reveals all these things to ourselves. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
It does. Thank you for a wonderful explanation, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone else? I'm sorry I've gone like 12 minutes more, but Saturday I thought we have a little concession. And I appreciate all those devotees who are still here. You're spending that extra 12, 15 minutes to hearing Krishna Katha. Any other questions or comments, reflections? Okay. Grantraj srimadbhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. May I request that we all come to the temple this evening for the holy festival. Even people who are living in Sydney or anywhere else, please come and just bless us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I'm on the way, Prabhu.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. That's
Hare
my
Krishna.
God brother from Sydney, Sundan Prabhu, my beloved friend, philosopher, guide, and my life and soul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.